This podcast was produced by OAR FM Dunedin with support from New Zealand On Air.
Welcome to Around the World in 80 Minutes, a podcast series based on the book Around the World in 80 Years by Julie Woods, that's me, illustrated by Ron Esplin, that's you.
It is.
In these 8 10-minute episodes, we are going to cover the 80 countries that adventurer and artist Ron Esplin visited by the time he was 80. Ron, we've reached your 7th decade in the years 2005 to 2015. And in this decade, I came along.
You did.
Woo! And we also had my 2 boys who came along with me. They were now aged 12 and 10, Zachary and Sebastian. We bought a family home at 759 Highgate in Maori Hill, Dunedin. In 2008, you travelled to the UK to run the London Marathon with your good friend Gavin, and you played golf with your good friends John, Wayne and Tom, which included playing at St Andrews, the birthplace of golf. You and I travelled to Paris in 2009 to attend the bicentennial celebrations of Louis Braille, and we came home through Egypt and Jordan visiting Petra, our first wonder of the world. We found out what the other 6 were and then explored the 7 new wonders of the world, which we concluded in Chichen Itza in Mexico in 2014. Ron, what is the illustration for this podcast, please?
The illustration is our family home at 759 Highgate in Dunedin, where you and I and your 2 boys had a wonderful time.
We did a wonderful sort of 3-story brick house that accommodated all of us and the boys and their friends too. You visited 19 countries in this decade, Ron. What are they, please?
Ireland, the Republic of Northern Ireland as well as Southern, United Arab Emirates, Egypt, Jordan, Turkey, Croatia, Bosnia, Herzegovina, Nepal, Bhutan, India, Philippines, Chile, Argentina, Brazil, Peru, Bolivia and Cuba.
Our quest to visit the 7 wonders of the world took us on really an adventure. It took us to 23 countries, and some of them are listed there. We began in Petra in Jordan. What are your impressions of Petra?
Well, my mother had told me about Petra. And so I knew that the man who discovered it or rediscovered it from the jungle that was virtually hiding it, and they approached through a seek, which is just a narrow passage through the mountainous region, and where he recorded the amazing sight as he emerged from the seek into an opening, a wide open area in the sand, and there opposite him was the hand-carved building, the treasury building of Petra, which is one of the 7 wonders of the world.
You've painted that as well?
Yes, and actually it's been a very popular painting.
Yeah, it's the camels, isn't it? And it's the whole, it's known as the Rose Red City, half as old as time.
It is, indeed.
And it conjures that up, doesn't it?
It is, and it's in Jordan.
We visited the Great Wall in China and then the Colosseum in Rome, Italy, before our 4th wonder, which was in India, the Taj Mahal. What do you remember about that?
The Taj was spectacular. Of course, you don't know the context until you're actually there. It's right beside a river, and the view as you look through the gate is usually masses of people, but the background is completely open. There's no trees to speak of, and it's renowned for watching the sunrise or the sun go down, and the light is just incredible. It's it takes your breath away.
Wonders 5, 6 and 7 took us to South America, and beginning in Argentina, heading to Brazil to see the statue of Christ, and Rio de Janeiro. What stood out about Rio?
Well, it was rather was amazing because it's overlooking the harbour of Rio de Janeiro, which is actually one of the natural wonders of the world. So here you are on right in the middle of two great wonders of the world, the statue of Christ the Redeemer with his hands outstretched above you, and hundreds of tourists all trying to look as if they're either in his hands or taking photographs as if they are part and parcel of that wonder of the world. One of the things that interested me, oddly enough, most was that we went round the back, and no one seemed to bother about going around the back. And there's a beautiful little chapel in the back. We went in, there was no one in there.
In the base of the pedestal of the statue, it's quite unique, wasn't it?
Yeah, I found that had a big effect on me.
We then headed to Peru to visit Machu Picchu, our sixth wonder of the world, 2,500 metres above sea level, built in the 15th century by the Inca people, an astonishing wonder.
That's right, and I've painted that as well. That was fantastic. The mountains are spectacular. The thing about a lot of those mountainous areas, actually, they often have cloud cover. And I found that actually the cloud cover helps quite a lot when you're painting it, because you can concentrate on the structure, and the clouds become an addendum rather than dominating the scene.
We left Peru and travelled to Bolivia, going to La Paz, which was quite a unique experience as well. It used to be the murder capital of the world, which I don't think you told me until after we'd left.
That's true.
We went from Bolivia to Cuba.
Yes.
Another astonishing opportunity. What are your impressions of Cuba?
Well, Cuba was, apart from the fact that it has really lost its, had lost its shine for the Americans because they weren't allowed to go there, actually. And Russia had virtually taken over their interest in Cuba, and the motors, you couldn't. American cars were everywhere, but you couldn't get the parts through America because there was no trade taking place. And the Russians obliged by providing them with parts from their cars. So you would get into a beautiful Pontiac or something like that, and they really did look after them, made them look beautiful, shone them up. And but the motor that was running it was Russian. And they said we're the best engineers in the world because we have American cars and Russian motors.
Great example of unique selling point, just to bring it back to your marketing. What a great thing for Cuba to do. And, of course, ending up in Mexico visiting Chichen Itza, the Mayan pyramids, for our seventh wonder of the world. That took us to there in October 2014, and we've reached the end of your decade, Ron. You've been listening to Around the World in 80 Minutes with Julie Woods and Ron Esplin. If you'd like to contact Ron, you can do so by sending him an email to ronesplinartist@gmail.com, or you can phone or text Ron on 021 358 082. That was podcast 7. Join us next time for the final podcast in the series of Around the World in 80 Minutes, podcast 8. I'm that blind woman, Julie Woods, proud sponsor of Around the World in 80 Minutes. After going blind in 1997, I said why not so many times. I am now a professional speaker, author, advocate and coach. If you're looking for someone to help you or your team turn your no into why not, then why not send me an email to julie@thatblindwoman.co.nz or phone or call me on 021 913 513. Why not?
This podcast was produced by OAR FM Dunedin with support from New Zealand On the Air.